Where do you get your PhD in barbecue anyway? How does that happen?
I'm technically pre-med. I haven't found a school yet where you can get your PhD, but when I do, I'm going to sign up.
Well, you operate with some of the same tools that doctors do, don't you?
Well, same rules. You got to have sharp knives and precision cuts. We just never stitch anything back up.
You just eat it, don't you?
Right, exactly.
It's Ray Lampe. You might also know him as Dr. Barbecue here at the Kentucky State Barbecue Festival, and you probably travel to a lot of these, I would imagine, don't you?
I do, and it's probably 30 weeks a year. I'm at some sort of barbecue festival somewhere.
This is the first annual one, as you know. What do you think of it so far?
Oh, it's great. I mean, these guys took a real interesting approach to it. Instead of having a contest or bringing in the typical mass feeders, you know, we call those guys rib burners, they picked a half a dozen of the really good contest cooks and said, hey, would you come and vent? And that's what they did. So the food is really special. Normally when you see these guys, you don't get to eat their food. It's a very unique event and seems to be a huge success.
So this is a rare opportunity you hardly ever see then?
Absolutely right, especially 6 of them in one plate. Because the contest guys and the guys who really go to big festivals, it's kind of two different things. You know, we all toil with it a little bit, but to get 6 of them here to really feed everybody is a unique situation. And it's very special, yeah.
It's unprecedented in barbecue history, and we're making it happen with Dr. Barbecue, who is right next to his big green egg. Now, I know a little bit about big green eggs, but for people that don't know what this is, they may get it mixed up with the whole Dr. Seuss book and all that. Tell us what the big green egg is.
It's a charcoal grill smoker pizza oven. We call it the ultimate cooking experience. My favorite thing about it, I work for them and I get to cook on them all the time, but the best thing about it is the diversity. It's a great grill for burgers, steaks down low, but then there's a deflector plate we put in so we can cook indirect for smoking briskets, pork shoulders, ribs, and then I can flip that plate setter over, and it's a wood-fired pizza oven with a ceramic dome like the big ones in the restaurants. And nothing else can do all 3 of those things so well.
And you can make a pizza in it too?
Yeah, pizzas come out great on it. It's a ceramic deck with a ceramic dome, just like a wood-fired pizza oven. They're great.
Do you ever do a barbecued pizza?
Yeah, of course, yeah. A little barbecue chicken, a little barbecue sauce, and cheese of your choice, yeah. Not my personal preference. I'm a Chicago guy. I know how I like my pizza, and chicken and barbecue sauce are not part of that, but that's another story.
For those barbecue lovers out there that are looking for tips on barbecue, do you have any small words of advice to offer to them?
Yeah, I mean, when we're talking about real barbecue, leave the sauce in the kitchen. Sauce is a condiment. We'll serve that with it later on. Put a nice seasoning blend on the barbecue, get it on early, and take your time. Don't try to rush it. It's barbecue. It takes a long time, and that's okay.
How long could it take? I mean, what's the longest you'll ever do something for?
12 hours, 14 hours for a big pork shoulder or a brisket, maybe even up to 20 if you had a big whole pork shoulder. It's about this big. It might take 20 hours. But 12 hours is a common cooking time. Seems kind of crazy if you're new to it, but that's how long it takes for it to cook.
Best barbecue you ever ate that wasn't yours?
How Tuscaloosa, Alabama, dreamland. I pulled over, got a slab of ribs, and ate them driving down I-20 and winging bones out the window. Best slab of ribs I ever ate.
When I see you all, these festivals, just like today, I'm thinking, how does a person like Dr. Barbecue get into barbecue and become who you are? How did it happen?
For me, it was, God, in 1982, a friend of mine signed up for a rib cooking contest in Grant Park in Chicago, and I went, and there's something about it, The thing about barbecue is you don't see chicken soup cooking festivals, I like to cook chicken soup too, but barbecue just has that magical thing about it, the culture, and everybody has a favorite, what's your favorite barbecue? Everybody has an answer to that question. There's no problem. Everybody knows where they ate their favorite barbecue. They all have a favorite barbecue restaurant in their town. There's these different styles that are promoted. I mean, there's so much more to it than the food, and I think that's what makes people get excited about it. And then there's the giant hunks of meat and the fire. And there's usually some bourbon involved, or occasional beer. That's part of the equation too.
Giant hunks of meat, fire, barbecue, and bourbon. I'm almost wondering, can barbecue ever be an aphrodisiac?
Oh, I think it is. Did you see those pretty girls up there hugging on me a second ago on the stage? Of course it is.
I actually invented a recipe myself, not as an aphrodisiac, but I did the world's first, as far as I know, because we do some cocktail creation.
I'm excited. What is it?
The world's first beer, bourbon, and barbecue cocktail.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever had one. Have you ever heard of one of these?
No, I don't think I have. I've used barbecue sauce in my Bloody Marys, but never with beer. And of course, Bloody Mary with a beer chaser, but never the bourbon involved. Tell me about it.
It is barbecue sauce, watered down. You put some hot water in it, get it to be a barbecue water, shaken with some bourbon. A little bit of squeeze of orange in there, and we dry shake the beer foam, put it on top, serve with a little wedge of orange, or you can even just put a bone in it that's been...
That'd be a nice touch.
I may make you one before we leave here so you can try.
I have one soon. It sounds delicious.
You have all kinds of recipes in your book. You have a new one coming out?
Yeah, my 6th book will come out in May of 12, and it's called Slow Fire. And it's really, we decided to go back to the beginning and let's write a book for beginners. Because so many people are into barbecue now, but they just don't really know that much about it. And we figured, let's just, we talk about all these other books are hero books. I'm the god of all barbecue, and this is how I do it. We thought, well, that doesn't really help some people that are really just trying to get started. So this should be a pretty exciting book for new barbecue cooks.
I love the beard. Okay, that's like one of your signature things.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask, does the barbecue sauce ever like get in the way or anything?
Pretty regular. That's why I don't eat barbecue sauce. Yes. Here's a beard tip for y'all. Cream rinse. You get the cream rinse at the hotel and rub it in your beard. That's how it looks so nice.